There has never been a better time than now to come join the Bellisio Foods team. Bellisio has a new contract in place with plenty of awesome perks for their employees. From increased wages, access to the free health clinic, vacation after 6 months, and much more, Bellisio Foods is committed to putting their employees first. For more information or to apply, visit BellisioFoods.com/careers. Take advantage of these great new employee benefits and join the Bellisio team today. Visit BellisioFoods.com/careers to learn more. Never have our community heroes been more worthy of recognition than today, and Wendy's is here to show thanks for all they do with a free breakfast for a year giveaway. Starting Monday, November 15th through December 9th, we want you to nominate the individuals you feel have gone above and beyond. Just go to yourtotalmedia.com/community heroes and give us a line or two about why someone you know deserves free Wendy's breakfast for a year as part of Wendy's Thank You Thursdays campaign throughout this holiday season. That's right, our community heroes have the opportunity to win free breakfast for a year from Wendy's, which includes a delicious breakfast combo. We'll select a community hero every week on Thursday, and you'll hear their inspiring stories on the air. You can nominate anyone who's made an impact in our community. Wendy's wants to reward our dedicated and hardworking individuals because these heroes have kept our communities together and running. Make your nomination today at yourtotalmedia.com/community heroes, and Wendy's will be providing free breakfast for a year to those deserving individuals.
They do. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the morning show right here on Main Street TV. And of course, Jennifer here to start off the morning with her good friend and all-around knowledge person of downtown stuff and hair and other stuff, Karisa DeLay. And so if you, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So if you would listen to some of our conversations off the air, they're probably much more interesting than on the air. But Karisa has her own salon here in town and is so talented. And so we were talking about curls and all that stuff off the air.
I used to do your hair years ago.
Yes.
And I understand, curly hair is not something I will ever, I have people that I'm just like, I don't specialize in curl. I would have clients that would come in and like, you show me how you dry it, because every curly hair person dries it differently.
Yes.
People don't even realize that.
Yes.
Like some people put high heat and like leave it on. Some people do low heat and like move it all around. Some people, everybody is different.
Well, and I think just as art, there's no bad art or wrong art. I think it's just whatever works for you and your curls, because if you literally look at like books and things about curls, like none are the same. They're like snowflakes.
Well, yeah, and some hair absorbs differently. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a different surface. Like some, you don't want to use the same polishing stuff you use on granite because it's different porosity.
Correct.
So
same thing.
Yeah, hair is the same way. Some people have like will soak the product up. Some people's hair will just like not even touch the product. Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of like manipulate that. And I feel like curly hair is a specific talent.
It is.
And a lot of people go to Columbus or Chillicothe, and I'm not offended by that because I don't want to screw your hair up.
Well, no, it's an entire genre within the hair world.
Yes,
that is it's just its own animal. Mm-hmm. So you either that's your thing or it's not your thing.
Yeah, we have people that'll come to us for color, but we'll send them somewhere else for cut because I don't want to until we have an in-house training system and I feel like we're comfortable with like this is our thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna someone ask about it, I'm not gonna say, hey, yeah, we'll cut it and then we'll screw it up. I'm not gonna do that.
It's cool. Anyway, that's our conversation. And James has learned so much about product and all kind of stuff since he's.
I already knew everything you guys were talking about.
Oh, did you?
You guys are just assuming. I don't know.
Your hair does look great right
Doesn't
now.
It?
So yes, I'm so glad he got a style.
He has the best hair.
Yes.
He had, so when I first met James, his hair's down here because we were like COVIDing and no one was getting their hair cut and stuff. And which was beautiful as well. I told him every day, I flippin' hate you because he would come in and just, run his fingers through it and it would just look gorgeous.
Fabio.
And I'm like, but then he comes and he gets this like, big boy cut. And I'm like, you look so good that way too.
Yeah. He's got that like Clark Kent look to him right now.
Yes. So sophisticated. And he's got the glasses.
No, Superman. And you got to change the part.
Yep.
To be Superman, you got to change the part, take the glasses off.
Yep. Now he's thoroughly like, just shut up and talk about whatever you guys were going to talk about
We're going
today.
to talk about cookies, right?
So yeah. All right, let's stop talking about hair for a minute. And but no, we asked Karisa to come in for today to talk about something amazing that's going on tomorrow in downtown Jackson, in conjunction with a whole lot of other fun stuff that's going on in downtown Jackson.
This weekend, for sure. Because we got tree lightings and stuff happen on the 4th, which is Saturday, parades, and it's just time to kick off, Christmas season.
It's time, man. 'Tis the season.
Yes. So we, as the Downtown Association, try to put out events to bring people into the downtown and remind people that you can shop locally. We have so many new stores in the downtown.
Lots.
Yeah. So we have the Cookie Walk. You can get your tickets at Mika's, Michael's Ice Cream, until tomorrow. We only have 30, I think, of those left, as before this morning when Mika told me.
Wow.
We're only selling 200 because we have to have a specific number when we're buying, because we're buying specialty cookies. It's not like we're picking up a pack of,
Toll House out of the grocery store.
Yeah, a lot of us businesses are either trying to make in-house, like the Spot's making their famous snickerdoodles. That's their customer favorite.
Cool.
Mika's doing chocolate dipped Oreos in-house. The Treatery's doing theirs. What's Archinetti's doing?
We are doing, I believe, their chocolate chip cookies. Okay.
Yeah. So, we're trying to show people it's like, we're actually trying to do nice cookies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having Tiffany Boggs. She's making her little cookies that have been pretty popular on Facebook.
Okay.
And then I know that we have a new shop on Broadway that Thomas Eye Repair and his wife does macarons. So I'm assuming he's going to sell his wife's cookie or hand out his wife's cookies.
Yes, they're amazing.
Right. So the thing is, we're trying to bring people in for a unique thing. It's not just an over commercialized thing that you can shop local. We do have some great talent, and we're trying to network. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a good way to get, we do have local businesses that have opened up downtown, and, it's going to be very pretty down there. And is tomorrow the Mayhew Brown thing as well?
We plan that in the same night.
Okay.
So, and then we'll have the school would be singing, the choir will be singing downtown. Mayhew Brown will have their live nativity and their trolleys. And I'm not sure where their stopping points are. I talked to Shelly yesterday, and she hadn't really had to figure that out.
Okay.
Have stopping points throughout the town for people to possibly even get off and stop for the cookie stuff.
Okay, very good.
Right, and you do need to have a cookie to get it, or a ticket to get a cookie.
So and show that again, and you can pick these your tickets up at Michael's Ice Cream.
Yes, and then we have a map. And if you want to bring your backpack like Dora, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no doubt. Bring a bag so you can.
Well, you will pick up a bag. You will have a bag at Michael's Ice Cream. That Total Media has been generous enough to donate the bags, so you can.
Nice.
I didn't grab a sack and put your cookies in there.
I'm always the last one to know.
Well, that's why I'm here to inform.
Thank you.
So, if you don't care, I'm going to list some of these businesses off.
Absolutely. No, that's why we're here today.
Yes. All right. So we have Archinetti's, of course, on Main. We're going to list the Main Street ones. We have Archinetti's. We have Sprague's Law Office. We have Michael's Ice Cream, where you can get all your starter pack. And then Cole, Kirby & Associates right next door. Pinewood Pottery and Paints. HER Realtors. Now, if you don't know where that's in, that's a little building next to Edward Jones.
Right across from the courthouse.
Right across from the courthouse. Yep. It's a little Kobe little area right there. Don't miss that one.
Cute.
Lewis Drugstore. I'm going to open their doors and hand out some cookies.
No way.
That's what it says.
Great.
Yeah.
They have it decorated so pretty.
Yes, they always do. That's such a beautiful building.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Apple City Artisans, they're doing some stuff.
And fun new business.
Yes. Well, she moved
business.
Yes, she moved. And it's a great location there. And she's right next to that Kay's Wildflower. Like it's a T-shirt store. Oh, so I'm not sure if she'll be open, but you can see that there's a business there for people to buy some locally made T-shirts. Apple City Computers, and he has his wife's balloon stuff inside there now, and she's got a Facebook page as well.
Okay.
And of course, the Spot on Main, where you can go and get your snickerdoodles.
Yep.
And get you a cup of coffee.
Grab you some coffee on the way
hot
through.
Chocolate, absolutely. And then down on Broadway, you can get in line for Mayhew Brown Funeral Homes and their events that they have going on. Thomas Eye Repair, The Healing Hippie. Liberty Lane Quilting. Oh, have you been in there? That place is so... I just bought something for Christmas on there, and I'm not going to say what it is because then one of my...
Then you'll be telling,
But yes, so cute. And she's got so many gift baskets in there. A.L. Terry's, they're going to be handing out a diamond-shaped cookie. Yeah.
I love that
It's
idea.
going to be a sugar cookie. It's going to be
so cute.
Infinity Assurance Solutions, Kelly Wiley Group, Downtown Treatery, and when I spoke with Nicole, I think she was doing one of her finger press cookies that they have.
Okay.
Yeah, they're making in-house. Leo Jude Soap. And then
another new business.
Yeah, and then the DAV, they're on Pearl Street. And then, of course, us, we're down on Pearl Street in the Masonic Temple building.
That's right, the local salon.
Yes, and we're going to be handing out Tiffany Boggs cookies. So I'll be sharing them on Facebook. I'm not sure what delightful creation she's making, but I said it's up to her.
Hey, just surprise me.
Yes, yes. And then, like I said, I'm reading this from this map, and the map has little numbers on it, and the numbers correlate with the little listing of people on this side here.
You can see it right up there on the screen, which is very, very handy. And yes, and the numbers are, that helps out a lot. Mm-hmm. Very easy to read. And in the meantime, and that is from 4 to 7.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
4 to 7 tomorrow. And then, like I said, you must have a ticket to get a cookie. No ticket, no cookie. This is like Willy Wonka. No ticket, you don't
laundry.
get in. That'd be kind of a cool idea. Maybe we should do that sometime with a chocolate walk. Have a golden ticket.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to do like Indiana Jones and throw the guy off the train.
We could.
For this?
He gets in a fight with the Nazis.
Yes, I remember.
And everybody looks at him and he goes, "No ticket."
Oh, yeah.
We won't. We promise. We might throw you out, but we won't throw you off a train.
No.
You're good.
If you're on the train tracks, you're off course.
Yes. Yeah, if you've made it anywhere near a train, it's not the right place.
Yeah. You're not in the downtown anymore. We're kind of move up a little bit.
That's hilarious. But yeah, so this is a lot of fun. And so let's talk for a minute about some of the other events. Do you have anything coming up that's planned?
Yeah, we're definitely going to have, we're trying to I guess, energize the businesses because we have so many new ones that they're really sparking the fire, and we want to make sure we're listening and saying, okay, what do you guys want to do? So we're planning on having a calendar of events, hopefully, to where it's like we have set events, we'll do like some big ones, like the chocolate walk, of course, and we hope to maybe do the block party again. A lot of things that we'd like to do, but the thing is we need help from the businesses to do that because it is a huge undertaking to try and get all this done. Mm-hmm. So our hopes are to have a meeting with the downtown businesses and get that going.
Love that. All right.
And I do know that I haven't talked to Liz, but I do know that Liz is doing something with an ornament exchange at her flower shop.
Okay. Like
where they build the ornament. That's also going on, but I don't have the details because that's not a part of the downtown association as far as specifics. But you can always message Liz and ask her what she has is entailed for which businesses are doing it. And I know she kind of like puts them in to where people walk through the downtown as well, building their ornaments. So
yeah, I think one year she did a little snowman or something.
And I think it is a snowman this year's from what I've heard, but I'm not really sure. So, but yeah, I know that like certain businesses, and it's not easy to do that in every business. Like my business, it's really hard to like stop and put a nose on a snowman, but it's easier for us to hand out a cookie. So
correct.
Yeah. And I do think that, and it's not on the list here because it's not a cookie, but I think Joel Wood, he has his company in between down there by Leo Jude and the downtown treatery, and he'll be handing out hot chocolate, I think, is what I saw on the email.
That's a huge need during a cookie walk.
Yes. I mean, we're going to have some warm weather, but not like summer weather. It's going to be in the 60s, but, who doesn't want some hot chocolate?
Right, exactly. And I mean, it just goes well with cookies, so.
Yeah. I mean, I could see people like holding their bags and dipping. And
I'm wondering how many cookies are actually going to make it home.
I don't know. I'm kind of jealous.
That looks really good. I need a bite of that. Ooh, that looks really good. I need a bite of that. And then the next thing I know, it would all be gone.
Yeah. I would like somebody to make it a low-carb cookie for me. That'd be great.
Correct.
But
we should get on that.
Well, yeah. I've sent you some things like on Facebook with
you have.
Yeah. And I tell you, when I go to
Archinetti's, is a really good find, by the way.
It is. Yeah. And when I go to Archinetti's, man, I've got some options there. But I'm always like, sometimes if it's not on the special and I've had them, I'll create it myself.
like, oh, Karissa's here. No, and that's cool because that's when you actually cook things from scratch. Like somebody comes in and has an idea.
Well, you'll make a great special like that firecracker shrimp salad. Oh, it's so good. And it's not on the it's not, I'm like, I'm just going to create it.
That's
like,
okay.
So I'll give me a Cobb salad. I'll be like, bring me the Cobb, bring me the firecracker shrimp, bring me some cilantro ranch.
I just mix it all together. It's good.
Yes. Always have great options there for like low carb stuff. So,
well, we try. And it is a lot of fun to try to create stuff. And I'll tell you what, and this is totally off subject, but our customers or our guests come up with the best ideas.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
Like I remember, this is something that people get all the time is buffalo mac and cheese. And I would have never thought about it. And it was like literally probably the second weekend we were open and I'm standing in the kitchen and someone comes back and they're like, could you put like chicken in the mac and cheese, but like toss it in buffalo sauce and put blue cheese on it? And like our chef and I were like, yes,
you should have a secret menu, like on like be like there's a secret menu that our customers make. Mm-hmm. So if you would like to order from the secret menu,
I feel like they do that anyway.
But because I didn't know about that one, that'd be a great thing. Like people like these are things that are our most popular creations by customers.
Our customer creations.
Yeah,
that should even be a section. Never thought about that. But anyway, boy, you and I shouldn't get together because we come up with some crazy stuff. But no, that's so exciting. And so only 30 tickets left out of 200 that you can get.
I'm sure that's lower now, only because that was this morning's number before, like at 7 a.m.
Okay.
And since we've kind of went with this and some people were like, I'm going to go get mine tomorrow. So definitely stop at Michael's Ice Cream, get your tickets, and then when you kick off tomorrow, start at Michael's to get your bag and your map so you know where you're going.
Okay.
And you can hold your cookies.
Okay, very good. And then, so lots of stuff going on in downtown Jackson tomorrow night. So you have the Christmas cheer from yesteryear down at the Mayhew Brown Funeral Home going on, live nativity, the choirs will be singing, there will be all kind of neat things, carriage rides, all that, and then the cookie walk. Yeah. And then a whole lot of other things, too.
Are they doing carriages or trolleys? I did not ask Shelly that. I know that she's doing trolleys.
Yeah, I don't know
about the carriage rides
I guess
this year.
I said carriage, but...
Well, no, but I know they've done that in the past.
Yeah.
So I know they're going to have some mobile units.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen, and this was like, I think this was the first or second year they did that. Jamie and I had to go to Chillicothe or Columbus that afternoon or that evening of that event for something. And we get about halfway between Jackson and Chillicothe, and here comes this truck with this giant like wagon, I mean barreling down the highway, like whatever. And like the next day I had talked to Jason and he was like, yeah, we had so many people lined up, we had to call the company and like
get another one
stat. And I was like, well, he was in a hurry to get there. So I thought that was so cute, but it's because they had no idea that it would be so successful. And it has been such a wonderful event for our area and just for people.
Oh, yeah. So it gets people back out,
It does. It gets them some hope and
we've been
some cheer.
Cooped up and
yeah, I mean, listen, the past couple of years has just sucked. Let's just be honest about it. And the fact that we can get out and you're outside. You can walk from business to business. It's going to be safe. Wear your mask if you want to. Totally fine. No one's going to judge. Like,
well, that's
do whatever.
Another thing. You need to make sure that you look at the doors when you walk in because some businesses still require you to wear a mask.
Correct.
I think the majority of the ones on here are not, but some still ask that you do that just because they may have loved ones at home that may still be having issues. So just respect that when you are walking, that if you do see a business with a mask mandate or like recommend that you kind of do that just for them.
Yep.
Then you can take it off when you go outside and eat your cookie.
Yeah, I mean, or you can just stuff it in there.
Right? You can there you go, your mask is hiding your cookie.
Cookie holder.
Like, I'm not eating a cookie. What are you talking about?
I know. There's no cookery in here.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
I like it.
Exactly.
Very, very good. All right, so this is so fun and awesome, and we're so happy that you all are putting this together. Great way for you to come downtown. Listen, even if you're not participating in the cookie walk, just like come downtown and have fun.
Oh, yeah.
And socialize.
Oh, yeah. Just seeing the hustle and bustle might remind you of like, what is it, Hallmark movies?
Yes.
Just Maybe one year we could pipe in some snow.
I like it.
Yeah. See, we should not talk together.
We should not.
No.
Brian told us that they're going to do that at the Oak
Who
Hill
said that?
An Oak Hill.
Yeah, the Oak Hill tree lighting. They're going to have an
They're
artificial
going to have
snow
if
machine.
it's
And
up and
that's
running. They're
Saturday
going to have
too?
snow. Yes.
Okay, I tell you what. Story time. Like we had that in Cleveland one year at the Indian Stadium. They make it like a big snow event, and it was warm outside but cold in there.
Yeah.
And they had like you could go down the tube sled thing, and they had
How
like snowball
fun.
fights. No. That stuff was dangerous. That stuff was like ice balls because it was like it wasn't completely frozen, and it was melt.
no.
Yeah. It was. I mean, they had to like shut some of it down at certain points because they had ice skating rink around everything, and so it was really cold in there. But then like the snow machine was not making snow; it was making ice balls.
Oh.
And people were throwing at each other, and people had like cuts on their eyes and stuff. I'm like, literally, and tuning into the Christmas Story situation with the eye.
Yeah.
Those
Right.
icicles are
You should
deadly.
try
They're known
it.
to
They
kill
are.
people.
People have been known to kill people. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But yeah, no, events like that. The only time, this is why Jennifer will never go snow skiing ever again, because, and this is a true story, went to my first and last time ever, some resort in Pennsylvania or something with family, and get to the top. So we go through the whole, do the wedge and like the ski class of,
Right,
like,
the bunny slopes?
Yes,
Yeah.
that. So they're like, okay, you guys are good. Like, you do this wedge to like stop yourself. You don't know what you're doing. Like, you pull your skis this way
Right.
and it stops you. You're like, okay, I am like, this is like skiing 101. I'm good. Get to the top of the mountain where we all proceeded to fall off of the ski lift on top of each other in a ginormous pile. We were not cool at all. And then we stopped at the top of the mountain for lunch. Giant ice storm comes. The wedge don't work on the ice.
No.
Just telling
No.
you. I went down the entire mountain on my rear end because I wasn't even about to kill myself. So, yeah, I feel for the ice thing. That was
Well, good thing you made it out of that.
terrifying. Yeah, I was like, I got to the bottom. I took my skis off. I'm like, going back to the condo. See y'all later. Y'all have fun.
Let's
Don't
have
care
a
what
hot
you
chocolate
do.
by the fireplace.
Yep, there's wine, hot chocolate, and snacks. I'm good.
I like it.
But anyway, yeah.
We
So
won't have
ice
that
will
this
get you.
year.
It'll get you.
We have no ice or snow coming in.
So you will be safe in downtown Jackson tomorrow. It will be beautiful weather, absolutely beautiful weather. It will be cool enough to where it's like still festive, but
Yes.
yet still nice enough to, be able to be outside.
Yeah, and do some shopping. You got 3 hours.
Absolutely. And so there's all kind of different businesses here where you can do your Christmas shopping while you're out and about.
Yes.
So that's very fun.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, what else can we talk about while you're here?
I don't know. Anything new besides...
I mean, we talked about curls and hair and okay. Here's one for you. So while Chris is here, I think this is so interesting. You've been doing a little bit because if you don't know Carissa, that she is like literally one of the most creative and talented people we have in our area. She's
Thanks.
awesome.
Thank you.
But you've been doing some tattooing.
Yes, I have. And I have a giveaway. Did you see that? I have a $300
No,
tattoo
how did
giveaway.
I miss that?
So I started a page called Locally Inked with a D, I-N-K-D, no E. Locally Inked, to kind of house. So I've been doing cosmetic tattoos since, for like almost 5 years.
So that's the thing, like eyebrows,
Lips, yeah.
lips,
So eyeliner,
eyeliner, stuff like
typically,
that.
yeah. Typically, someone wants eyeliner. I send them to Paisley because I don't like to do eyeliner.
Okay.
I prefer to do just the eyebrows, lips, and I'll do lash line. But I Paisley rocks the liner. I don't do that one.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of like a thing during the pandemic. I was at home, kind of bored, and I had my
She's so artistic anyway.
I had my tattoo machine. I was like, "So can I tattoo you, babe?" And I put a tattoo on my husband, like an outline. And I just had a cosmetic tattoo machine. I'd flown to Utah and took a class on machines. So I got the.
So is that different than a regular tattoo?
So yes and no. Microblading and cosmetic tattooing only goes into the top layer of skin, the epidermis. Tattoos go into the dermis. So
like further down then.
Further down, right.
Okay.
And the pigment and the micropigments are a little smaller. So that's why you have to have them retouched, because the pigments themselves will eventually, you wash your face all the time, they're going to eventually fade.
Okay.
So for me, it's the technique is the same. The depth is different. The machine is different. So I was just playing around with my cosmetic machine. It's just, which this is just tattoo jargon, but it's just a one line. Like it's just one needle to 3 needles. Where when I'm doing regular tattoos, which I've just started diving into, I'm like, I've always been an artist. So I know how to tattoo. I know how to use the machine. I got certified in Utah to do the machine work. So I'm like, I'm just going to play around with it. And I started out just doing 3 inches, and people were like, oh, can you only do 3 inches? I'm like, no, I only want to do 3 inches at first.
Like I want to do little ones so that I can
make sure that I could do it. Because like if the skin, I mean, I don't know, like if you've ever had your eyebrows waxed or whatever, you notice this gets red and gets traumatized because you're pulling hair out. Well, imagine sticking a needle in there at high power.
Like numerous times.
Right. So you're traumatizing the skin. And when you're doing that, you essentially, you want to back off if it gets too traumatic, because you don't want it to swell. And then you put a line in there. And when the swelling goes down, oh, that line's over there now.
Oh, yeah.
So I started out with 3 inches to make sure that my hand speed was matching that space that I was using.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was using just a time regiment. Then I realized, oh, I got this. I'll do whatever. So I've done like full sleeves. I'm like, I'm just going to do it.
Isn't that terrifying?
Absolutely not.
No? Because you're like permanently inking people.
Let me cut you. I've done finger tattoos on my oldest. I'm like, I must have arrived because my daughter let me do tattoos on her hands.
True. I will say that.
Yeah. And she's like, Mom, you want to tattoo me? I'm like, where? And she's like, my hands. I'm like, ooh, really? So yeah, I did tattoos on her hands. I've done, yeah. And it's fun. But no, I'm doing a giveaway. So people can go on my page and go my personal page and go to the salon page and see the stuff. And it's $2 for an individual ticket. And it's just a virtual ticket that I put on a randomizer. Mm-hmm. And they can do 10 for 10 or 20 for 20. I've had a lot of people do 20 for 20. It's a $300 gift certificate for tattoos with me. And it could be for cosmetic or...
so you could do your eyebrows. You could do whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it will go towards that. So because eyebrows are typically $450, but we break that into 2 sessions. Lips are $500. We break that into 2 sessions. So whatever you want to do, we can break it up and put that towards it.
So while you're here, so you're talking about lips. Is that putting like color on someone's lips?
Yeah.
Or
So you
what
can.
is that?
So they make specific pigments for your lips that are not like. So if you ingest it or whatever, it's not going to be toxic to your system.
Gotcha.
Even though no tattoo pigment is FDA approved, just so you know. But these are organic, and these pigments are made from a company that specializes in cosmetics.
Okay.
But you can either do liner, you can do the same color and just blush out your lips. Say you have a color to your lip, but as it goes out to the line, it blends into your skin tone. You can just kind of softly blend it. So they call that lip blushing.
Okay.
Yeah. So
there's
all kinds of options with cosmetic. You can tattoo just about anything. I mean, yes. Just like women that have breast cancer.
Yeah.
And people don't realize when they have breast cancer that when they do reconstructive stuff, they literally just leave them with a flesh tone nipple.
Yeah. So
those women need to have cosmetic tattooing.
They're tattooed on.
Right.
And people don't know that, but they look very, very realistic.
Right. And it's kind of like with curly hair. So I would like to go eventually save some money and go to New York and take a specific class. Uh-huh. Because there is a woman that makes them look amazingly 3D that I would like to get some of her techniques.
Sure.
Yeah. So I would like to do that eventually and offer that to people who have had reconstructive surgery.
Love that. And it's like, don't reinvent the wheel. You go find the person that's the best at it and you learn from them.
Right. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just make the wheel look better.
Yeah, exactly.
Better
make
rims.
the wheel bigger.
Yes. So yeah, I've been doing that. I'm not getting younger. And
what?
Even Botox says I am. But I don't want to stand behind the chair always. Yeah. So I have some new staff that I'm slowly getting into taking over some of my clientele and helping me out so I can step back and, go back to the tattoo room and do that.
Yeah. Stuff that you want to do or not that you don't want to do hair, but, you can pick and choose.
Yeah. I
do a little variety.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, no matter what you do, you are talented.
Thank
That's
you.
for sure. And I don't think anyone can argue that. All right. And that's at the local salon on Pearl Street here in Jackson. If while Carissa's here. Figured we'd give some plugs on that too.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's reiterate on this cookie walk.
Yes.
Get your ticket.
Put those tickets up there, James. These things are like golden.
Yes.
Because you get cookies.
There they are.
Cookies. And you're so that we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 amazing cookies that you can get.
There you go.
If you
For
go
$10.
$7.
For $7.
$7 a piece for the ticket. And they're not like Toll House. Some of these cookies are going to be like big, sugar cookies with icing. I know
Really
that John is
cool.
making some cookies for someone. Jenny's got her snickerdoodles.
Yep.
Mika's making hers. And then I think Ale Terry's is, don't quote me on this, they might be using Trudy or I know someone's using Trudy.
Okay.
And then you've got John Does Cookies will be somewhere. So you've got different local people making cookies. So it's not just about like.
For local businesses.
Right.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, so it's how networking works. It's
Yeah.
and you can show that everybody's, working together for the bigger picture here and bringing people into the downtown.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and again, just come to downtown Jackson tomorrow night. Enjoy the Christmas cheer from yesteryear. Enjoy the cookie walk. Check out all the local businesses that will be open that we have. And it will be a blast.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Yes. And as always, thank you for having me and allowing the downtown to share what we're doing.
Oh, absolutely. And you're welcome back anytime.
Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, James, did anyone have any questions before we let Carissa go? Because she is busy.
Well, Megan Malone said to go local.
That's right,
Go
Megan.
local. She's got it. You go, girl. All right. Well, we'll let you get out of here then.
Thank you.
All right. Well, speaking of, let's head on over to the weather forecast so we can let you know what is going on. And today, there is some rain in the forecast with highs around 50, lows around 43. Look at that weather for tomorrow for the cookie walk. Tomorrow on Thursday, partly sunny skies, highs of 62 and lows around 37. So it is going to be a gorgeous day for all the downtown festivities tomorrow. Then looking on to Friday, and that is already December 3rd. Can you believe it? Partly cloudy, highs of 57, lows of 35. And then on Saturday, still warm temperatures, highs around 50 and lows of 29. So we are talking about some really, really pretty weather. A little bit of chance of rain beginning of your work week on Monday, but really, really pretty weather coming up the next couple of days. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, hi, Clark Kent.
Well, hi, Jennifer. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm not bad.
Aw. So we got found out too. We've talked about some of the local like choir concerts and things, but if you were wondering when the official, this is the 79th annual D. Merrill Davis Carol Sing at the Jackson Middle School Auditorium, and it will be 6 p.m. on December 8th.
December 8th.
I think that's typically a Wednesday.
That is a week from today.
Okay, I was going to say, it's typically on a Wednesday.
Yep, that is a week from today.
They will kick it off at 6 p.m. with a middle school choirs. Then they'll take a little break. And then at 7:15, bring in the big kid choirs and all of that stuff. And they're hoping that a lot of alumni will show up and participate in the alumni sing as well.
That'd be great.
I was of the ilk where they actually let everyone be in choir, so I could come and sing in the alumni choir. However, you wouldn't want me to, so I will save you the
I don't know.
torture.
I think we all would love to hear you sing. Just like Pete Wilson in Oklahoma.
Hey, he rocked Oklahoma.
I know. He thought no one wanted to hear him sing, and we definitely wanted to. We were definitely thankful that
that was some serious projection.
It was. It's very good.
Very good. No, Pete, that is so funny that he did that.
Yeah.
All right. So, Markay Telethon last night.
Right.
How did that go?
It went really well.
I want to say that talked with Miss Amanda last night. Jamie and I did our part and bought our membership to the Markay. Yeah. So that was good.
Yeah.
So how did the telethon go? I wasn't able to tune in.
Well, it went well. I think the best way to tell you how it went would just to be send it over to Matt, Jules, and Amanda and let them tell us how it went.
Let's do it.
Does that sound good?
I think that's fantastic.
So we're going to send it back to last night to Matt, Jules, and Amanda and let them tell us how the Markay Telethon went. Okay?
I love it.
All right, here we go.
I am really, really excited because this membership drive has been fantastic. And I know that I think you announced earlier that like last year we made between $10,000 and $12,000 last year. Mm-hmm. We have well surpassed that.
Fantastic.
This membership drive this year so far has made...
Wait, we have confetti cannons. Should we do it?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Hold on, are you ready?
Yes.
I don't know how to do it.
You twist it. Put your mic down.
It's a two-handed job here, Matt. We need both hands.
We're about to announce our number. Let's hear it, Amanda. What did we hit?
We're about $16,000.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
And we have so many people that we haven't heard from yet. So I'm sure that number is going to go up. And we are just so appreciative of everybody who has given tonight, anybody who made their donation tonight or renewed a membership or got a new membership tonight is getting one of those great Markay ornaments. And so exciting.
And I just want to say really quick before Amanda leaves, this is Amanda's last year with us. Her term is up on the board. She's been, without a doubt, I mean, anything that you do is phenomenal. Yep. And she is so selfless. She's so compassionate. And this is kind of her baby. The telethon is kind of her baby. And it's just, she has the greatest ideas. And we are sad to see you go, but we just appreciate everything that you've done.
And
seriously.
I promise I don't pay them to say that out of the telethon money.
No, that's coming out of our hearts. We love her. She's incredible. You've done so much for us in the Markay and the community. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I am really passionate about the Markay. My mom was on the Southern Hills Arts Council board back in the 80s. And I just think that this has been a labor of love for so many people in this community. And we can't forget about the people who 30 years, 40 years before us were working hard for the arts in Southern Ohio. And I mean, I've been on the board for 6 years, but my goodness, there have been people who have been involved for 5 times that number.
For sure.
And they've built this legacy, and it is a fantastic venue, and it is just a fantastic organization, and it's so important. And, I'm also on the Jackson County Economic Development Partnership Board, and I think that it plays so much into that. Right. I think that when businesses are coming to town, when doctors are coming to town, new teachers, they're looking to see what our community can offer them, what can be offered to their children. Right. And this is something that we can be proud of. And it really does enhance our economic development as well. So it's not just something that we can enjoy ourselves. It's something we need to be proud of, and we need to make sure that we are telling everybody about it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
100%.
And we are proud of you, and we appreciate everything you do.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And thanks for this really cool t-shirt.
Hey, you're welcome.
Definitely.
Exclusive.
So there you have it, $16,000.
Moly.
Isn't that crazy?
So good.
Yeah.
Thank you to our community, and thank you to everyone who participated and donated.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun to do.
Keep our hearts alive.
It's a labor of love for a lot of people that made that happen. But yeah, but we did it.
We
made it through. There were minimal.
Great job.
There were minimal mistakes. The ones that there were mostly my fault, but
hey, listen, the confetti cannons went off without a hitch.
That's true.
So.
And you asked about the T-shirts. Those T-shirts were made here at Zip.
Those are so cool. So
if you want one, they're free with a $500 donation to the Markay, or you could just buy one for $20, $25, whatever. But if you are seriously interested in one of those shirts, contact Zip, and they're there to take care of you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. They were a last minute thing. I think Brittany did them all yesterday,
She's like,
an hour before the show. But if you didn't tune in last night, the Markay Telethon featured performances from a lot of the people that had played at the Markay, either this past year or going to be at the Markay this coming year.
Yes.
And and they went over like a lot of the plays and things like that, art exhibits and everything that the Markay has coming up. in the next year, and we played a lot of videos and things like that, and we interviewed some of the people that were involved in it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So I have one of the interviews here that I thought we'd play today.
Okay.
So this is an interview with Bob Eisnagel, who taught art at Jackson High School for about 30 years.
Yes.
And so this is a video that I edited. Jules helped me interview Bob, and I think this turned out really, really well. And I thought we'd show it here today.
Love that.
And so if this is the kind of, if you appreciate the things that Bob's talking about, maybe considering, like, even though the telethon is over, maybe considering
it's not too late.
Right. It's never too late to, get that Markay membership, buy tickets to a show, whatever way you want to.
Correct.
Support it.
To support. Support our local arts.
Right.
We are so blessed to have so many local talents in our area, and the Markay as a venue.
Right. And like I said, so Bob was, the art teacher at Jackson High School for almost 30 years. And just this past fall, he had like a solo art exhibition at the Markay. And it was really the first time that he had ever done something like that.
Correct.
Because he'd always focused on teaching and less so on making art. And so he had probably the most attended opening reception that the Markay had ever had. Yes. And so this was recorded, about a week or so before the show came down. So it was kind of like him reflecting on the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
let's get to it.
Yeah. So here's Bob.
My name is Bob Eisnagel. I'm from, lived in Jackson all my life, and always knew I was going to be an art teacher. A lot of people go to college and change their mind, but I knew I was going to be an art teacher from the beginning, so I went to High University in Athens, and I started my career teaching in Piketon, Ohio, where I met my wife, and then worked there for a few years, but then was able to get a job in Jackson, and I've taught in Jackson. I have 33 years in education, 28 of them in Jackson, and I had a wonderful career. Okay, the name of my exhibit is My Time. And the reason for that is that I have never had a show. All these years, I've never had a show. When I was teaching art, I did art for everybody else, but I never did anything for myself. And when I was a member of the Arts Council here, which I was for many years, they always asked me to have a show, but I never had any art pieces, enough art pieces. But then towards the end of my time with the Arts Council, Paul Brown told me I was going to have a show. I was supposed to have the show last year, and because of COVID, I didn't have it, which was wonderful. COVID had some terrible things, but for me, it was wonderful in the sense that I got a chance to do my artwork. And the name of the show, it's My Time, because it just finally is. I mean, I finally have enough pieces. And this show has, I think, 74 pieces. Most of them were done in the last 18 months. My dad was an artist. Now, he didn't do a whole lot of artwork. He was a sign painter, but he was always very good. He's probably my biggest influence. As far as artist, I studied a lot of artists. I know a lot of art. I've been to a lot of museums. I've read a lot of books. Could I tell you one particular person? I don't think I can. I'm just the influence of everybody. I'm very realistic. My art is very personal. So my art doesn't, I have a few abstract pieces, which is kind of neat for me, kind of get away from what I normally do. But most of my art is just very personal to me. So it's hard to say that somebody influenced your art because I don't go in one direction. I do art that touches my heart, So my art is either about people, or it's about my faith, or it's about my family, So it's kind of very personal, my art. Well, again, when I was teaching art, I did it all. I did pencil drawing, charcoal, ceramics, painting, sculpture, linoleum block printing, scratch art. I did everything, which was my goal in education, to let my students experience as many different mediums as possible. So I did that, but I never really mastered any of them. So one of my goals when I retired and now was doing the show was to find where's my niche. So I started out in pastels. I did a couple paintings. A lot of people who paint, artists, people think they're painters. Well, I thought, I'll paint. I did 2-3 paintings, that just wasn't my thing. So I went to pastels, And I love pastels because you work with it with your hands. But then I did a lot of drawings, but I finally found my niche with scratchboard. And I have several pieces. My drawings in this show are all drawings that I found on the internet, and I did them for people. Except I took some personal pictures of my family, so my family's represented here. But a lot of my artwork, and I'll tell you one piece in particular, is the first piece. It's called, it's the first piece over there that I have with, it's a picture of Todd Riegel and his dad. That's the hands right here. Never let go. And I did that. It was a good friend of ours, Todd Riegel. His dad was in hospital. In fact, his dad passed away soon after that picture was taken. But Todd's wife took that picture of Todd and his dad holding hands in the hospital. And he posted that on the internet. And I saw that picture, and it just really touched my heart, you know. So I did that picture, and I gave it to him. And once I gave it to him, he had such a reaction to it, it made me realize I need to do more of those. So most of the pictures on the wall here, except the ones that I took, are pictures that I found on the internet, and they mean something to somebody else, and they touched my heart too. So I do it for them, and then I give it to them. It's kind of like a way of giving back. You know, I feel, you know, Lord gave me a talent to draw. It's a way by giving them back. So it gives me more pleasure than it gives them. But that's where their drawings came from. When I walk in the gallery now and see all these pieces, I'm just surprised, you know, because for so many years I didn't do the art, and then because I knew I was going to have the show, I finally got these pieces. Now some of these pieces I've done several years ago. The one that's the oldest piece, I did a piece when I worked at the atomic plant I worked there for a few years. But most of the other art here is done in the last 18 months. So when I look back, I think, how did I get this much work done? Sarah's been patient with me because I'm in my shop a lot, getting ready for the show. But now it's really a sense of satisfaction. I come here a lot. I bring a lot of people here to see my show, but then I like sitting here and I look at this, I say, wow. It surprises me that I got this much work done. Well, my advice for a student or anyone who wants to make art a career, first of all, it's a lot of people kind of shy away from art career. I mean, even, you know, they think there's not much money in it. If you teach it, there's not. But I've had several students have gone on and have had wonderful careers in arts. So there's opportunities in art. It's very competitive and it's hard. You know, you have to, if that's where your heart is, that's where you need to go. If it was about making money, I wouldn't have done what I was doing. But I could have stayed at Goodyear at the atomic plant, where I worked there for about 7 years and made much more money than I did teaching. But it wasn't where my heart was. So you have to go. I'll just tell students that you have to go where your heart goes. Money's important, but it's sure not the most important thing when you talk about doing something for your life. It's what you love. It's the most important. Okay, well, most artists are very critical about themselves. In fact, most artists don't think they're very good. I don't know too many artists that when you talk to them and say, "Yeah, I'm pretty good," you know. In fact, when they do, then they're probably not, you know. But you know, you don't listen to what people say, and you really don't do art for other people, because if you do, then you're going to be trapped in what they say. So I would tell a person that's interested in doing art to do it for themselves, whatever makes them happy. If it doesn't make somebody else happy, who cares? You know, I mean, you do what makes you happy. But it's so rewarding when people appreciate what you do, and most people do. You know, if you do a piece of artwork and it's not very good, there's not too many people going to tell you it's not very good, because most people can't do what you do. You know. And a lot of students, you have to realize that it's a growing thing. I mean, I'm 70, well, soon to be 70. And it's taken me a long time to finally get to the point where I felt comfortable to show my art. It's not that my art was bad, it's just that I was never satisfied. And I think that's just a typical mindset of most artists. You know, I can always get better. I'll wait till I get better. Well, I'm telling young people, don't wait till you're my age. I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I would have done this earlier. And maybe if I had done it earlier, I would have gotten better faster, you know. It doesn't matter what other people think of your artwork. It's just if it's good to you.
Mr. E, love him so much.
Yeah, so thanks to Bob for taking the time to
Yes.
do that, coming in the evening and spending an hour with us and letting us record that.
You know, I was blessed enough to visit his show one evening as I was just walking in downtown and happened to see he and his lovely wife in there and just stopped in. And so some people were just leaving, so I was the only one that had walked in. And so he actually, you know, physically took me around and, you know, explained some of the pieces. And it was just such a wonderful exhibit. And he's talented in so many different facets of art. Like, you know, not too many people can say that. Typically it's one thing or another.
Well, and I mean, and then that's, you know, kind of what he talked about. Like part of being an educator is being able to, you know,
you have to be well-rounded.
Because that's what your students, you know, they want a well-rounded education, and you have to do that, even if it's not necessarily your strongest point or your favorite thing to do.
But, you know, also thinking back about the fact of how selfless he was as an educator, that he spent all of his time and energy in educating and focusing on his talents on everyone else but himself.
Right.
And that's just a true testament to what Bob Eisner was.
There's something special about people that like really care about education. Because I mean, you know, there are some teachers that like that's just the job that they got.
Yeah.
And they just stayed at that job.
Yep.
And it wasn't, I mean, maybe it was a passion for them at one time, but 30 years later it was less so.
Sure.
But you can clearly see that it was his passion, and that passion stayed with him
for sure
through his whole career.
And he almost, I felt like, and if you watch the video and just me talking to him, almost is apologetic about taking time for himself to do his own art now. And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Like the world deserves, like we deserve to see that.
Yeah.
And we hope that he continues on.
Yep.
It's amazing.
And then, so his show is now finished at the Markay.
Okay.
But Matthew Wilson, who of course is the new Southern Hills Arts Council president.
Yes, love him.
One of Bob's students was on the show. I'll try to get him to come in next week.
Yeah.
He is having his own art show, and the opening reception for that is tomorrow at 7 p.m.
So you can be downtown anyway and stop in the reception.
Yep. So I don't know that, I don't think the Markay is involved in the cookie walk, but I think it'll be open. Well, they will definitely be open tomorrow at 7 for the reception.
Yeah, so you can do all of that, stop in at the reception.
Yep.
Matt is another individual that is so talented in so many different forms of art.
Right. And now he has telethon host under his belt.
That's correct. And Main Street TV guest.
Main Street TV guest, yep.
But no, he is an amazingly talented person, and he is a very kind person as well. Good person.
Yep. So definitely check that out if you're free
it.
tomorrow night, and especially if you're going to be downtown Jackson anyway.
There you go. Yeah. My goodness. I mean, it's going to be a lot tomorrow. There's a lot going on. So.
Yep. Just wait until Saturday if you think there's a lot going on tomorrow.
I know.
Dude.
It's like, get your car gassed up because there's going to be some driving.
This is why Pete Wilson needed a 2-week vacation because everything gets scheduled on the same day, and he's got to figure out how to be at everything.
He's like, how am I going to do all of this at one time?
Yep. Maybe I'll just take a 2.5-week vacation in the middle of it.
Just run, Pete. Don't come back. I'm just wondering how Pam got Pete to agree to that long of a vacation.
I don't know.
I want to know what her secret is.
Well, I think it's part of her deal that she's letting him keep working, but he has to he has to actually use all of his vacation days. He has to actually,
or a vacation day, which he's, known not to do.
Yep.
But so something fun. So, okay, what is your favorite? We've talked about this. favorite Christmas movies.
Yeah. Well, my favorite, I gotta go Charlie Brown
Yeah.
and The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Okay.
Both kids movies because
Kid at heart.
I'm 10. But I don't know. I'm kind of a sucker for Christmas movies in general.
Yeah, they're fun. So one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time is Home Alone.
Yeah.
And I just think, number one, Macaulay Culkin was about the cutest little thing you ever saw. Like, I mean, let's just be honest. He was a cute kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw this morning. I thought this was really cool. The Home Alone house, which is basically a mansion if you think about it. It actually is a house, like somewhere.
Because we all wondered, what the heck does Kevin's dad do? Because were they in Chicago?
So, so that was going to be one of my trivia questions.
Because, that's some crazy real estate in Chicago.
Correct. So
there are not houses that big in Chicago.
Right. So that home is actually in a suburb or the outskirts of Chicago. It is, where is it? Why is it not in this thing that I just printed out?
I don't know.
Hold on. I gotta blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it was their family Chicago home. It is in a suburb, and it really, truly is a house, and it is in a suburb of Chicago, and I forget what the little town is called.
Does your story there specify if they actually filmed inside the house or if they only filmed the exterior?
Yeah, no. So, and that's part of my story is, so Airbnb, and this is going to be hosted by Buzz, the creepy brother.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Airbnb, for one night, you can go on Airbnb, and for $25 per person for up to 4 people. And I guess they're going to do drawing. They never said how they're going to do it. So you can go to Airbnb, sign up for this, and you can spend the night in the Home Alone house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does the tarantula crawl onto your face in the middle of the night?
So that's what they were saying. They said it's going to be complete with like aftershave.
What about the tree house? Is the tree house really there?
I don't know if the tree house is there. They didn't mention that, but they're going to have the aftershave there. They're going to have like Christmas trees. Yeah. It's going to be fully decorated, just like the movie.
Barefoot on broken glass.
You have to do that. But they said that there's
an iron that swings down and hits you in the face when you open the front door.
But no, they said that you can set your own booby traps and fun things like that. But there's not really set up for all that. But
it would be if I was there.
That's the way I look at
I'd
it
just
too.
Be like,
and then invite some friends over and see what you can do to them.
Like, sir, why do you have so many pulleys?
Correct. Why did that doorknob just burn my hand when I tried to get in? But yeah, so you can go to Airbnb and sign up for a night. And they're going to have the splashing aftershave so you can scream in the bathroom mirror. They're going to have no sticky bandits, though. You don't have to worry about that. But they're going to have all the 90s junk food you can stomach, plus plenty of Chicago's finest pizza and a candlelit dinner with Kraft macaroni and cheese. There is a meet and greet with a live tarantula.
Oh, no.
Because Buzz is hosting. So you don't have to worry about it. It will be in a cage. So
have you seen this? Here is the Lego Home Alone house.
So so that was part of the story too, is you can actually buy a Home Alone Lego set, and it's about $250, but
it's
it
out
has
of stock, and we talked yesterday.
Thousands of pieces.
And we talked yesterday about how Lego sets go crazy in value when they go out of stock. So it's on eBay for about $400 now. So it's 3,955 pieces.
It is huge. Yeah. Now, the good news about that, if you win that night, guess what you get?
Oh, is that the prize?
You get the Lego set.
Nice. Yeah, I saw a lot of people were, oh man, this takes batteries. I've never seen a Lego set that needs batteries before, other than like the little robots and stuff. Man. But yeah, so this is part of Lego's Ideas set or series, which is their like adult, like 18, and up model kits.
Okay.
Yeah. Very cool.
I'm just telling you, if you can get your hands on that, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yep.
So, but so you get that Lego set if you are the big winner of that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But wouldn't you love, like, I don't care if I had to pay for a plane flight to get to Chicago.
Yeah.
Like, that would be so fun
It would be pretty cool.
to stay the night in that house.
And then, you could just drive across town and go to the Shameless house.
Could.
Yeah. Last time I was in Chicago, we were going to do that.
Is that really is there actually
the interior was filmed somewhere else, I think. But but the exterior is a real house. And I think it's so it's portrayed in the show as being like a real sketch neighborhood.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's like so close to downtown, like.
Well, it's all been gentrified.
Well, right,
so.
and that became the theme of the show. But that is the reality of that neighborhood. I think it's a relatively affluent neighborhood now because the property just got so expensive.
Yeah. Correct.
But the exterior is real.
If you haven't seen Shameless,
they play some tricks with you. They make it look like it's right by the train and stuff, and the train's not really there. But,
gotcha.
Yeah.
So, if you don't have a warped sense of humor, don't watch it. Or you're easily offended, don't watch it.
It's great.
But if you're sick and twisted like we are, great show. Fantastic. Showtime.
Showtime.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix, too.
Yeah, it is on Netflix. I don't know if they have all of the seasons.
I think they do now.
They might now.
Yeah, because it's been a year or two since the finale.
Yep. So there you go.
There you go.
See if there's anything else to report today. Not really, I don't think. I do have a question for you, but we can talk about that later on. And I'm not even going to give you a hint because I want you to come up with this like that. Right. So there you go.
Tomorrow Phil Buffington will be back with a news update.
That's right.
And
will Parker be here?
I told Phil he was fired and we were going to hire Parker.
We want Parker back.
But we also have the second most talented beard in America, Ben Davis Jr. tomorrow morning.
Love that.
Yes. Very excited to have him back.
Yes. He is a very awesome guy and very, very talented.
Yep. So. And bearded.
And maybe, just maybe, he'll sing us a ditty.
I hope so. I hope the acoustics in this room can handle it. I think we'll be okay.
I think we'll be fine.
Yep.
So, I guess we're fixing to find out, aren't we?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you to James, of course, for all of the work that you put into the Markay.
Thank you to Karissa.
And thank you to Karissa for coming in, talking about the events tomorrow evening.
Get those cookie walk tickets.
That's right, down at Michael's. And again, thank you for all your hard work and all of the stuff that you do. Video wise and behind the scenes and here, of course, on the show, because, our area is very fortunate to have you.
Oh, well, thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, we'll get out of here for the day. Can't wait till tomorrow's show. A lot of fun stuff going on. And so tomorrow's going to be a day chock full of a lot of fun, ending with, events in downtown.
Yeah.
So
all right.
We'll see you then.
Bye,
Thanks
guys.
for watching.